Alright guys, my name's Hocus Pocus. Welcome back to the Minecraft Let's Play. This is episode 19 and apparently I'm a huge idiot. So episode 19 should already be out. Unfortunately, I recorded the whole episode with my mic on mute. So scrap the footage, scrap the audio, which there wasn't really any of anyway. And I just decided that I would quickly show you what we achieved in that episode right now. And then we'll just jump into something else afterwards. So, first thing that we took a look at was this. So, I've been doing a ton of AFK fishing, and this is basically the result of it. There is still more in the farm itself. Let's take a look at that actually, because I did make a change to the farm. So, if we just jump up here, get inside. I added this hatch in, and a few ladders, and we just basically made a basic hopper system that filters the stuff down into the bottom chests, just so that we can stay in the farm longer without filling up the inventory. So after I showed you guys that on the camera, I also went about creating an end game pickaxe. So now we've got a Fortune 3, Unbreaking 3, Efficiency 5 mending pickaxe. I used one of the books from the fishing farm which had mending on it to improve the pickaxe, and I also combined it with my Efficiency 4 Unbreaking 3 pickaxe to give it Efficiency 5, and now we have this. So that's nice. I was about to use this looting 2 book, combine it with this one so that we can create a better sword. So let's get that done while you're here. I just check which one's going to give me the better cost. So sharpness 3, looting 3, we'll take that. If we have another sharpness 3 book and we can combine that, that would also be nice, because obviously we want sharpness 4 at least on this thing. So there we go, sharpness 3. Wait, do we have a sharpness 4 book? That's the question, because I'd rather have sharpness 4 if we have it somewhere. Protection 4, impaling 5, protection 3, power 3. Doesn't look like it, does it? But we can double check in the chests in the actual farm itself, just to make sure that we don't have a sharpness 4 book anywhere. Okie dokie, doesn't look like it, does it? Nope. Alright, we'll call it there anyway. Let's combine these 2 books and get the sharpness 4 ready for our sword. Alright, I'm staying down here because there's something I don't want to ruin in distance. Okay, so sharpness 4, looting 3. That's already better than the sword we have, so let's create ourselves a diamond sword for this to go on. Let's just get rid of this one. So we had a sharpness 3 book there. Sorry, a sharpness 3 sword. Let's just throw it on. Oh, do we have what? We might have a sharpness book in here if we're lucky. Oh, there we go. Oh no, sharpness 3 that is. Okay, so actually I do have an idea. If we combine these two, we combine this sword with this book, sharpness 4, combine this sword with this book, we got sharpness 5, looting 3. Oh, that was weird. Oh, the anvil broke, right. Okay, so now we have a sharpness 5, looting 3 sword. If we can get a mending book to go on there, that would be perfect. So, we've created our sword, we've created our pickaxe. I told you guys in the last episode that I wanted to get started on a stable so that we could start breeding and looking after some horses. And also this iron and gold is just the outcome of a mining trip that I went on in the last episode as well. So we actually got quite a bit done on that stable in the episode, and this is what it looks like at the moment. I think it looks pretty nice, honestly. But obviously, since we lost the footage, we lost everything, including me building the front, building the inside. It's still not finished, so we haven't completely lost everything, but so far this is what we've got. And I think it's actually looking really good. So obviously, we're going to build around, I said between a minimum of 10 of these miniature holding cells. But I reckon I reckon we'll probably get around 10 once it's finished. Because what we're going to do is we're going to bring the building to around the edge of this rocky face, and then take it off in this direction to make it an L shape. So this is what we currently have. It's probably going to start moving in this direction once we match up another cell here. So that's the stable, guys. And then the final thing we did in the last episode was I showed you guys I've actually found a village which is off over in that direction, And what we did was we just pinned a few of the villagers inside of their houses so that they wouldn't be killed. That's the reason for that, is so that we can eventually get over there and bring them back to our base and start breeding them, because currently I don't think there were any librarians. So what we want to do is we want to just channel them into the vicinity of our base, and we can eventually breed them and get some librarians who will sell us books. So on that note, guys, we are going to today, I think, begin work on the zombie killing room that we set up did we set that up last episode? So what we're going to do today is we're going to get the design work laid down in that room and hopefully just bring it all together and have a nice area for us to go and get some drops from the zombies, some XP from the zombies and that sort of thing. So once I'm down there and I've got a bit of progress to show you guys, I'll jump back onto the camera and we can take a look together. Alright everybody, so we're back and we're down in the zombie farm, as I said we would be. In front of me you'll see I've created 2 storage silos. So the way these things work is that there's a chest for each light, or a double chest for each light. Once something enters the first chest, it will turn this light on. Once that's full and the second chest begins to accept items, this light will turn on. Then the third light, then the fourth light, so on and so forth. So that's how those work. They have a hopper right at the top, which I will eventually route the items into. So there will be a hopper down here, which dispenses the item into a water stream, which is then taken up the wall. It will then go over the top, and we will filter zombie flesh into this chest, and we will filter any of the junk into this chest. Well, I say junk, I mean anything that isn't zombie flesh. And as you can see, we're already getting a few drops that are quote unquote junk. So we do need to create some form of filter for the hoppers above here. So we'll create a flesh filter for this one, and this one can just be clear because we'll make sure that the items run over the flesh filter before they come towards the junk chest. So that's what we've got so far, guys. I don't really know what I'm going to do in terms of a design, but as you can see so far, I've used the stripped oak and some granite. Is this? Yes, granite. So some polished and regular granite. In terms of taking this design forward, I might try and stick with the red and the stone slabs. Definitely, I like the sorry, I just completely forgot the name of this, even though I said it about 5 seconds ago. The stripped oak log, that was strange. Yeah, so the stripped oak log I like as well, so we might try and implement that somewhere else, but I don't want this room to be a square or a rectangle. I'm going to try and change it up a little bit and have it maybe be like L-shaped or something like that. I don't know. But once I have some more progress to show you guys, I'll catch back up with you. Okay, welcome back, guys. So, it's actually the next day now, and I've done a little bit of work over the evening and this morning. So what we have now is we have ourselves quite a good looking corner of the room. So it's nowhere near complete, as you can see, and I still don't know what direction I want to take this room in. I'm just going to turn these guys down a little bit because they're annoying the hell out of me. Take it down 10. That's not better. Let's go a little bit lower. We'll go down to 10% while we're around here. Okay, so as you can see, we've now changed the area where our zombies get filtered into. I made it 3 wide so that they spread out a little bit and they're not all clumped together. They still come down through a 1 by 1, but as you can see, they spread out nicely. So I don't know why I did it. I just thought it looked a little bit better than just having the 1 by 1. And to the left hand side of the 1 by 1, you have a water tower. So let me just quickly demonstrate what this does if we kill a few zombies. Okay, so now you can see items are getting shot into the water tower. So essentially what they do is they go up the water tower and they get filtered into these chests. So all the rotten flesh is going to make its way into this side, and any miscellaneous items are going to make their way into this side. So the reason why I did this was basically just so that we can have an automatic collection system. No other reason. But let me just quickly try and explain to you how it works. So we have a dropper right down in there, just to the right hand side of this ice block. And that is set to a Minecraft clock, which I made out of a repeater and a redstone torch, I believe. So essentially it ticks about it fires about every 3 ticks, I think, something like that. So what it will do is any items that fall into the hoppers down here will get fired into the system. they'll float over 2 hoppers, one above this and one above this silo. So we have 2 silos, and any rotten flesh will be filtered into this chest. Any miscellaneous items will be filtered into this chest, and it's just, that's all it is really, just an automatic collection system. Not too complicated in terms of redstone. If you want to build something like this for yourself, then just head over to Mumbo Jumbo's channel. He has a design tutorial for it. It's very simple, doesn't require too much redstone, and it really looks nice. So as you can see, I did maintain this stripped oak log look, and I think it looks great with the red, with the granite. So we're going to stick to that, but I don't really like the floor, so I'm probably going to rip that out sooner or later and replace it with something else. But there was one more idea I had for this room. So as you can see, we're getting quite a bit of armor here. So we're getting chainmail, we're getting gold, we're getting leather. I actually think it would be nice to set up a few armor stands and just equip the armor stands with any armor that we manage to pull out of this thing. So I'm going to do that, and I'm also going to put in a lever for the clock, because if I stand here and be quiet, you can hear the constant ticking of the clock, so I want to be able to turn that on and off just so that we don't have to hear it over and over again, because it's bad enough having these guys growling and what have you whilst we're in this room. So we don't want to overcrowd this room with noise, basically. So in order to do that, we need to dig a few blocks this way. We can't go too far because otherwise we'll end up digging into the spawning room itself. So I'm just going to take it back a couple of blocks, like so. We just dig it all the way to the roof. And we can make ourselves a lever which will be able to turn off the clock if we want to. So we'll take this row back, I think, like that. We'll probably put the granite in there, I'd imagine. Let's see. So if we got any granite, should have some in the chest right here. Let's grab some of that and get in here. We're going to need to dig into where the clock is built, which is right here. So this is how the clock works. It's basically just a single circuit. It loops itself, so the torch is what activates it. It's constantly turned on and off, which flickers the system, causing this machine, the dropper, to fire every 3 ticks, I believe. So what we want to do is we want to take a piece of redstone wire. Let's get that from the chest. We just want to grab some of that. And if we run it from... we're going to have to run it from here along the floor into the back of this machine, and then you want to place a block here, redstone on top of that, your granite there. What was that? Maybe, I think a zombie just turned into a drowned. Actually, we want to take this back one more. So we want to place the redstone there like so, the granite in there like that, and then if we pop a lever on the granite, which we have right here, we should be able to flick this circuit on and off. There you go. So that switch right there turns the clock on and off, which is nice. We don't have to listen to that constant ticking all the time. So what we'll do is we'll give this a similar design to everything else in the room, except we don't have any more oak logs, which is an inconvenience to us. But we'll do a bit more design work with everything else that we have, and then we can get the oak logs at a later date anyway. So we'll place our granite like that. We're going to need some polished granite to go 1, and right up there at 2. We're going to need some stone slabs, if we have any more of those. Yes, we do, just the right amount. I'm going to put some stone slabs in there like that. Then we're going to hop up to the top. Hop up to the top here, pop those in there like that. And then we're going to probably just put a stripped oak logs up there just to continue this theme. And then in terms of setting up an area for our armor stands to go, we're probably going to have to dig in the opposite direction. So somewhere over here, I'd imagine. Alright, let's just look at the shape of this room for a second so I can gauge what's going on. So we're gonna have our switch there, the oak planks there. So this is sort of a rectangle. Do we want to take it that way and to the right, or yeah, we can't really go to the left because that's where the farm is. I think it's only there we go. Look, you can see all the zombies there. There's a bit of a jam actually. We need to sort this out. Come on, guys. Through you go. Through you go. Through you go. Come on. There we go. Are they flowing back through correctly now? Looks like they might be. Yeah, we'll leave them to it. You can see there, a few of them are coming down and dying immediately. That's because I swung the sword at them, but usually they should They're usually good for a 1 hit or 2, maybe, if they're hit by the sweep of the sword rather than the direct hit. So if we turn the clock on, you can see items are now flowing back up to our collection system, which is great. But I'm going to turn that off again for now. Right, so let's think about what we're going to do for these armor stands. I think we should dig this way. So let's dig this room out a little bit more this way. And we're going to need... I don't know if zombies can actually spawn with diamond armor. I don't know if I've ever seen that. I don't recall it directly, but I'd imagine they could because they spawn with pretty much everything else. So if that's the case, we're going to need an armor stand for each type of armor. So that's leather, iron, chainmail, gold, and diamond. That's 5 armor stands, am I correct? Leather, iron, gold, chainmail, diamond. Yes, 5. I just had to count that on my fingers just to make sure. So yeah, we're going to need 5 armor stands for this room to be complete if we're going to go for what we're going to go for here, which I think we will, just for a little bit of a design aspect. So how should we play this? I think actually what we're going to do is we'll go with a 3 wide gap here. Ooh, what have we dug into? Okay, so it's just a cave, that's fine. So I think we'll go with a 3 wide gap here and put some more granite in the wall, just to break up the room a little bit. Then we'll go with more oak logs here, and then around the side of those oak logs is where we're going to place our armor stands. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to pop off camera for a few minutes, grab some oak logs, dig out this area that we need for the next part of our build, and then I'll be right back. So catch you in a second. Alright guys, we're back down in the zombie farm, and I've collected most of the materials that I need here. So what I've done is I've dug out a little section here where we're going to build our armor stand display area. I don't really know what it's going to be, but I think we should just jump right into it. So let's get some slabs in these gaps. This is where each of the armor stands is going to go. I worked out just a second ago that we're going to require 5 for each tier of armor. So let's just, I'm going to stick a few torches down here just to negate spawns behind this thing. There we go. Let's build up the granite up to the top. I don't know if this is how tall the room's going to stay, but for now, what are we looking at? We're looking at 5 high. Probably be okay, as long as I can find a way to... actually, maybe we should probably go higher, maybe. Okay, for now, we'll keep it at this height, and I can just finish off building this room off camera sometime if we don't get around to digging it up to a certain height. So let's just lay down the granite in behind like so. Then we can stick down our armor stands. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. So we can place a little bit of armor on these because I've grabbed some already. So we've got some gold, some chain, and some leather. And as I said, I'm not entirely sure if they drop anything other than these types of armor. Hopefully they do, so that we can sort of build a collection, like I said. But for now, we've got a few pieces, so there we go. Let's stick a few of these on the armor. So in terms of tiers, we should probably stick leather here, then chain, then iron, then gold. I mean, this isn't going in terms of strength, just in terms of supposed rarity, I guess. Or, I don't know really, because chainmail is pretty rare. You can't craft it. But, I don't know. You can work out the tier system for yourself. This is how I'm going to do it. So there's our chain. We got 3 pieces of that. That's nice. We got a couple pieces of leather to go on the bottom one right here. So there we go. That's what we've managed to loot from our zombies so far in terms of armor. We need to take these wooden pillars all the way to the top and strip them of their bark. So let's do that right now. 1, 2, 3, and then we can take the bark off of these guys just like so. I really like the addition of the strip bark, by the way. It's just a really soft, nice color. And all of them work well. All of the different types of wood tend to work well with whatever you build. So it's a really good addition to the game, in my opinion. I really like that. The opportunity to build with slightly different styles of wood, just like that. And I think it goes well with the granite as well, which is a block that I typically find tough to incorporate. So we also need to strip this guy and this guy and replace the top one with another piece of log. There we go. What I was considering for this wall is making this into the station area, so where our cart will arrive once we get to the killing farm. Not entirely sure about that yet, but that's an idea I did have. This wall here is just going to be straight granite, just a dividing wall, so let's go and clear it out so that we can put some granite in there. And it will just look like any other wall, so you have the polished at the top and the regular granite in the middle. So let's go top bottom with the polished and regular in the middle like so. We're probably going to get some lamps in and around some of these walls as well at some point. We also need to... Wait, this room is actually going to be higher, so we don't need to put in any stone slabs at the top yet. This wall, again, is going to be very similar. We're just going to go with the slabs at the bottom. Then we're going to carve out the wall at the back and stick the granite in there, just like we did with the other wall. So I just realized we've actually made a mistake over here as well, haven't we? Because this is going to be... It's going to be a bit higher than that, so we just need to fill that in like so. Then we can take this wall out. I think we're going to need to mine a little bit more granite in a second here, because we're running out very quickly. There we go, we've ran out, so if we just pop out here, there should be some. Right, where was I mining from before? I honestly don't remember. See, I don't particularly like taking it out of the floor because then it ruins the way back. So I think actually where I was taking it from might have been behind here. So if we, oh yeah, this looks like it. So if we just grab some from this wall here, that should be fine. Because we're not going to be using this as not an escape route, but a way back to the base. So we don't need to worry about it being carved up. So we can take as much as we need from here, like this. And that should probably do it for now. Another 44, that should do it for now, definitely. Just replace that. Stick our regular granite in here like so. And then we can just pop a torch in the middle. Right, so in terms of design, this is what we've got at the moment. And then obviously we have our armor stands here like this. Am I okay with how that looks, or do we want to change it? I'm not entirely convinced by this at the moment, but we'll think about it more. We could maybe just divide it up a little bit more like this. If we stick a couple of these blocks in, just like that, and then we could go with some fences maybe in the middle, just to change it up so that we're not having the constant stream of stripped oak. We could go like this maybe. How does that look? Is that a little bit more interesting, or I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to make a decision on that. I'll leave it like this at the moment, but I'll make a decision on this and build it in the fashion that I feel fit once this video is over. For this wall here, what are we gonna do? Are we gonna go with a stripped oak log, or are we gonna leave it like that? I think we can tear this away. It's probably a safe assumption, as it looks kind of silly to leave it with this huge chunk. So let's get rid of that right now on camera. And there is a crafting bench. I think, okay, yeah, we can actually patch that up like that. We're gonna have to be careful, as I said, with what we do with this wall, because as you can see, it's the only blocks dividing us between, dividing the zombie farm with the killing area. So we don't want to leave this open, of course. So we're gonna have to think of what to do right here. But in terms of finishing up the design, I think I'll probably get the rest of this done off camera, but as you can see, this is the general idea. Let's just turn the clock on and do one more kill for you guys whilst you're here. So let's kill the zombies, there we go. Get a ton of XP and we can just watch the items flow up. So I just saw an iron ingot go up there. But if I look up there, you can see the stream actually takes it to the left, and that water then runs, as I said, over the top of these silos, which then filter items in. So any rotten flesh that goes up there will get into this chest. Any miscellaneous item will make its way in here. And that's one issue actually, guys, I forgot to express just off camera there. A chicken jockey, I think that's what they're called, a chicken jockey mini zombie sort of exited the killing area and made his way towards me and started causing damage to me. So that's one design flaw here, that the mini zombies can actually escape, but you don't tend to get too many of them, so it's not that big of an issue. And you know, it's easy to deal with them, but we're just gonna have to be careful when we're AFK here, just so that we keep an eye on those guys so they don't escape and end up killing us. But this guy might drop some armor if we're lucky. I don't know. I didn't see any drop, to be honest. Let's see if any got into this chest. So I don't know if this is shooting out drops from ages ago or drops from just now. Okay, everything should be out by the sounds of it. Doesn't look like we got any more armor there, but we do have an iron shovel that we could equip to one of these armor stands. I'm not entirely sure which one we'll use yet, but hang on, we got another guy here with armor. Let's just kill him. Okay, that guy definitely dropped some armor. There you go. See the pieces going up. We might be able to use those, but we're going to turn the clock off for now because that'll probably be the last zombie that we kill. So, golden chestplate, golden leggings. I believe we have both of those already. Oh no, we didn't have any leggings, so we can attach that to our gold armor stand. But we actually have a full gold armor stand now, so let's try and get the chest piece back and repair it. There we go. Full repair chest piece. That's nice. Alright guys, so I think that's where we're going to leave it for today. Thank you very much for watching, and if you liked the video, be sure to drop a like down below, drop a comment with any feedback, and if you really liked it, then why not subscribe to the channel? Then you can stay up to date with any future uploads and this series as a whole. So once more guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and from me, it's goodbye. See you in the next one.